Something unprecedented is happening in the global economy right now, and it is accelerating faster than most people realize. Artificial intelligence is not just improving technology companies. It is fundamentally reshaping how they make money, how fast they grow, and how dominant they can become. In many ways, AI is becoming the most powerful wealth generation engine the tech industry has ever seen. For decades, tech companies grew in relatively predictable cycles. They launched products, attracted users, improved features, expanded into new markets, and slowly increased revenue over time. Even during major innovations like the internet boom or the smartphone revolution, growth still followed somewhat understandable patterns. But AI has broken that rhythm. Now, growth is not just faster, it is compounding, interconnected, and self-reinforcing in ways that feel almost exponential. AI is not simply another product line for tech companies. It is becoming the core layer underneath almost everything they do. To understand why tech companies are becoming richer than ever, we need to understand what AI actually changes at the structural level. AI does not just improve efficiency. It transforms cost structures, unlocks new markets, increases user engagement, and multiplies output per employee. In simple terms, AI allows companies to produce more value with fewer inputs. That single shift is reshaping the entire industry. One of the most powerful drivers of this transformation is cloud computing. Companies like Microsoft, Amazon, and Google are at the center of the AI revolution because they provide the infrastructure that AI depends on. Every AI model that is trained, every chatbot query processed, every image generated, and every automated system running in the background requires massive computing resources. And most of that computing power runs on cloud infrastructure. This means AI is not just a software trend, it is a massive demand shock for computing resources. As AI usage increases, cloud usage increases. As cloud usage increases, revenue for infrastructure providers increases. This creates one of the strongest growth loops in modern business. More AI usage directly fuels more infrastructure demand, which in turn enables even more AI usage. But cloud computing is only one layer of the story. At the foundation of AI lies semiconductor technology. AI systems require enormous computational power, especially for training large models. This has led to unprecedented demand for advanced chips, GPUs, and specialized processors. Companies that design and manufacture these chips are now central to the entire AI economy. Without them, AI does not function at scale. This is why companies like NVIDIA have become so important in the global technology landscape. Their hardware is not just supporting AI, it is enabling it. Every major AI application, from generative models to enterprise automation systems, depends on high-performance computing hardware. This creates a unique economic situation where hardware companies become gatekeepers of innovation. Whoever controls compute capacity controls the speed at which AI can grow. But hardware and infrastructure are only the beginning. The next major layer of wealth creation is software transformation. Traditional software used to be static. It followed instructions, processed inputs, and returned outputs. But AI is turning software into something fundamentally different. Software is no longer just a tool. It is becoming an intelligent system that can reason, generate content, automate tasks, and adapt to user needs in real time. This changes everything about how software companies operate. Instead of selling tools that require human effort, companies can now sell systems that perform work on behalf of users. That means a single software platform can replace entire workflows, departments, or even job roles. This dramatically increases the value of each software product. It also increases dependency. Once users integrate AI-powered tools into their daily workflows, switching away becomes much harder. This creates strong retention effects and deep ecosystem lock-in. As a result, software companies are no longer just competing on features, they are competing on intelligence. And intelligence scales in a way traditional software never could. Another major factor driving tech company wealth is productivity, amplification inside organizations. AI is not only changing products, it is changing how companies operate internally. Tasks that once required large teams are now being partially automated. Customer support, marketing content creation, software development assistance, data analysis, and even strategic planning are increasingly supported by AI systems. This allows companies to increase output without proportionally increasing costs. In business terms, this improves margins significantly. Higher margins lead to higher profitability. Higher profitability often leads to higher valuations. This is one of the hidden drivers behind the rapid growth in tech company market capitalization. In other words, AI is not just helping companies earn more money. It is helping them spend less money to earn it. But one of the most important long-term advantages comes from data. AI systems improve with exposure to data. Tech companies already control enormous ecosystems of user activity, search behavior, communication patterns, and digital interactions. This gives them a massive advantage in training and refining AI models. The more data they collect, the better their systems become. The better their systems become, the more users they attract. The more users they attract, the more data they collect. This creates a powerful feedback loop that reinforces dominance over time. This is one of the reasons why large tech companies are becoming increasingly difficult to compete with. Their AI systems are not just built on code. They are built on scale, history, and continuous data accumulation. Another key driver of wealth creation is platform integration. AI is not being developed as standalone products. It is being embedded into entire ecosystems: operating systems, search engines, productivity suites, communication platforms, and enterprise tools. When AI becomes deeply integrated into platforms people already use, it increases switching costs. Users become more dependent on the ecosystem because the AI features enhance productivity in ways that are difficult to replicate elsewhere. This creates strong platform lock-in. And platform lock-in is one of the most powerful economic forces in technology because controlling distribution means controlling attention, workflow, and monetization. Advertising is another area where AI is dramatically increasing tech company revenue. Digital advertising has always been one of the most profitable sectors in technology, but AI is taking it to another level. Machine learning systems can now optimize ad placement, targeting, and timing with extreme precision. This means advertisers get better conversion rates, users see more relevant content, and platforms generate more revenue per interaction. Companies like Google and Meta are especially benefiting from this shift, as their core business models rely heavily on advertising efficiency. AI is essentially turning advertising into a real-time optimization engine that continuously improves itself. But beyond revenue and efficiency, AI is also changing expectations. Once users experience AI-powered tools, their expectations rise permanently. They begin to expect faster responses, smarter systems, and more automation in every product they use. This forces all tech companies to continuously invest in AI just to remain competitive. That creates a second-order effect. AI is not optional. It becomes necessary for survival. And when something becomes necessary for survival, investment accelerates rapidly. This leads to a cycle of continuous reinvestment into AI research, infrastructure, and product development. More investment leads to better AI systems. Better AI systems lead to better products. Better products attract more users. More users generate more revenue. More revenue fuels more investment. This loop is one of the strongest compounding cycles in modern economics. But it also creates a widening gap between winners and losers. Tech companies that successfully integrate AI into their core systems are pulling far ahead of those that are slow to adapt. This creates a winner-takes-most dynamic in many sectors. In traditional markets, multiple companies can survive in the same space. But in AI-driven markets, advantages compound so quickly that dominance can form faster and last longer. This means the tech industry may become more concentrated over time, with fewer but much larger and more powerful companies dominating global markets. At the same time, entirely new categories of businesses are emerging inside these ecosystems. AI-native companies are being built from the ground up around automation, intelligence, and data-driven decision-making. These companies operate with far lower overhead and far higher scalability than traditional businesses. A small team can now build systems that serve millions of users. This was nearly impossible in previous generations of technology. But even within large tech companies, AI is reshaping internal structure. Teams are becoming smaller but more productive. Individual employees are being amplified by AI tools that allow them to accomplish tasks that previously required entire departments. This changes how value is created inside companies. It is no longer about how many people a company has. It is about how effectively those people use AI. And that shift is redefining productivity at a global scale. There's also a financial market dimension to this transformation. Investors are increasingly valuing companies not just based on current earnings, but on AI capability, data advantage, and long-term scalability. This is changing how capital flows into the tech sector, with companies that are perceived as AI leaders receiving significantly higher valuations. But there is also risk in this rapid transformation. When expectations grow faster than reality, markets can become volatile. When too much optimism is priced in too early, corrections can happen. And when AI systems become deeply integrated into critical infrastructure, Systemic risks can emerge if systems behave unexpectedly. Despite these risks, the overall direction remains clear. AI is increasing efficiency. It is increasing scale. It is increasing automation. And it is increasing the speed at which value is created. Tech companies are not just growing anymore, they are accelerating. Because AI is not just a feature added to technology, it is becoming the foundation of the entire technology economy. And the companies that control that foundation are not just becoming successful, they're becoming richer than at any point in modern economic history.